daughter furious, I refused to pay for her college after a DNA test revealed my wife cheated. Parenting has been one of the most rewarding and challenging roles of my life. For 18 years, I believed I was raising my daughter, Lily, with love, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to her future. Everything I did, from working long hours to sacrificing my own dreams, was for her benefit. But that all came to a crashing halt when a shocking discovery uncovered the darkest betrayal I could imagine. The perfect family. I met my wife, Amanda, in college. She was charming, ambitious, and the kind of person who could light up any room she walked into. We married young, full of dreams for the future. When Lily was born a year later, I felt like the luckiest man alive. Lily was my everything. I was there for her first steps, her first words, her first day of school. As she grew older, she blossomed into a bright, hard-working, and determined young woman. She dreamed of attending a prestigious college, and I was determined to help her achieve that. 4 years, I scrimped and saved, setting aside money for her education. I worked overtime shifts, skipped vacations, and made countless sacrifices because I wanted her to have opportunities one never did. But the dream of our perfect family was built on a lie. The shocking discovery. The first cracks in our marriage began to show when Lily was about 17. Amanda and I were arguing more, and she had grown distant. I chalked it up to the stress of parenting a teenager and the natural ups and downs of a long-term relationship. But then, one day, I overheard a conversation between Amanda and one of her friends. They were laughing about some mistake from years ago. I couldn't make out everything, but one phrase stuck with me: "He has no idea." The words haunted me. I started noticing things I had ignored before. Lily's features that didn't quite resemble mine, Amanda's defensiveness whenever the past came up, and even how Amanda would avoid certain questions about the early years of our marriage. The doubts ate away at me until I finally did something I never thought I'd do. I ordered a DNA test. The results that changed everything. 2 weeks later, the results arrived. My hands shook as I opened the envelope. Probability of paternity: 0%. I stared at the words, unable to process what they meant. Lily wasn't biologically mine. My heart broke into 1,000 pieces. I thought about every bedtime story, every scraped knee I had bandaged, every proud moment I had experienced as her dad. None of it had been real. I confronted Amanda that night. At first, she tried to deny it, but when I showed her the DNA results, she crumbled. She admitted to having an affair shortly after our wedding. The timing lined up perfectly with Lily's conception. She had known all along but decided to keep it a secret because she thought I would never find out. "You're the only father she's ever known," Amanda said through tears. "You love her like your own." That was true. But now I didn't know what was real anymore. The college fund dilemma. Lily was about to graduate high school, and we had been planning her college future for months. She had gotten into her dream school, an expensive Ivy League university. I had promised to pay for her tuition, and the savings I had set aside over the years would have covered a significant portion. But after discovering the truth, I felt betrayed. I couldn't bring myself to fund her education anymore. When Lily came to me to finalize the plans, I told her the truth. I wouldn't be paying for her college. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice trembling. I took a deep breath. "Lily, there's something I need to tell you. A DNA test confirmed that I'm not your biological father." Her face turned pale, and for a moment, she was speechless. But then, her shock turned to anger. "You're still my dad," she yelled. "You can't just abandon me because of something Mom did." "I'm not abandoning you," I said firmly. "But I've sacrificed everything for you, believing you were my daughter. Your mother lied to me, and now I have to reevaluate everything." The fallout. Lily was furious. She accused me of being petty, cruel, and vindictive. She didn't understand how deeply the betrayal had affected me. In her eyes, I was the same dad who had been there her entire life, and my love for her shouldn't change because of biology. Amanda, on the other hand, tried to guilt me into paying for Lily's college. "This isn't her fault," she said. "Don't punish her for my mistake." But I couldn't shake the feeling that I had been deceived, manipulated, and used. Every dollar I had saved for Lily's college fund now felt like a cruel joke. I told Amanda that if Lily's biological father wanted to step up and contribute, he was welcome to do so. Of course, Amanda hadn't told the man about Lily, and now she was scrambling to figure out how to explain the situation. A daughter's betrayal. Lily's anger didn't subside. She refused to speak to me, claiming I had ruined her future. She went to live with Amanda, cutting me out of her life entirely. I tried to explain my side to her. I told her how much I loved her, but that her mother's betrayal had left me broken. I couldn't just move forward as if nothing had happened. But she didn't want to hear it. In her mind, I had abandoned her when she needed me most. Moving forward. The divorce with Amanda was swift and brutal. I refused to give her any more financial support beyond the legally required alimony. As for Lily, I decided to leave the college fund intact but untouchable until she was ready to approach me with an open heart. Months passed, and I started therapy to deal with the betrayal and loss. I realized that my love for Lily hadn't disappeared. It had just been clouded by the pain of Amanda's lies. Eventually, Lily reached out. She apologized for her anger, admitting that she was struggling to process everything too. We started rebuilding our relationship, one conversation at a time. As for Amanda, she tried to reconcile, but I shut her out completely. I could forgive her for her betrayal, but I could never trust her again. The lesson. This experience taught me that betrayal doesn't just hurt, it leaves scars that take years to heal. But it also taught me that love, even when tested, can endure. While I may not be Lily's biological father, I'll always be the man who raised her. And in the end, that's what truly matters.